Hey there, friends. If you're a green card holder living in the US or someone dreaming about working here legally, then this video is absolutely made for you. Because today, we're diving into one of the biggest updates of the year, the USA Work Permit 2025 changes. Whether you're already working, planning to apply, or just trying to understand how the new system affects your eligibility, trust me, you'll want to hear every part of this. You see, 2025 has brought in a wave of new rule adjustments that are already reshaping how work permits are issued, renewed, and processed across America. These aren't just minor updates. They directly impact how quickly your application gets approved, what documents you'll need, and even who qualifies under the revised eligibility criteria. So if you've been confused by what's real and what's just online rumor, relax, you're in the right place. I'll break down everything clearly and step by step. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's changed, who's eligible, and how you can apply the right way without wasting time or money. And let's be honest, applying for a work permit can feel overwhelming sometimes. Between new immigration policies, changing deadlines, and confusing forms, it's easy to get lost in the process. That's why this video isn't just about rules. It's about making things simpler for you. We'll go through the updated requirements, common mistakes applicants are making in 2025, and the fastest way to get your work authorization approved. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and stay with me till the end, because the info I'm about to share could make your work permit journey a whole lot smoother. And hey, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps the channel reach more people just like you who need clear, honest updates about living and working in the US. All right, let's get right into it. So, now that you know there are new changes to the USA work permit system in 2025, let's unpack exactly what those changes mean for you. I know for a lot of people, this topic can sound stressful, especially if you're working hard to build a stable life in the US or trying to bring your family here to a better future. But don't worry, I've got you covered. My goal in this video is to walk you through everything clearly and simply, just like a friend would explain it to you over a cup of coffee. So first off, let's talk about what's new in 2025. This year, immigration authorities have rolled out updates that are meant to make the work permit process faster and more transparent. But of course, with every change comes a little bit of confusion. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS, has adjusted how applications are reviewed and what kind of supporting documents are now required. They've also announced that certain categories of applicants, like green card holders, DACA recipients, asylum seekers, and even spouses of certain visa holders, may notice small but important differences in how their cases are processed. One of the biggest shifts this year has been in processing times. Many people used to wait months, sometimes even up to a year, for their employment authorization card. But in 2025, USCIS has made it a priority to reduce that backlog. They're introducing new digital systems to streamline verification, which means if you file everything correctly, you could get approved in just a few weeks instead of waiting endlessly. But that also means the forms must be filled out more carefully than ever before, because errors or missing details can still cause major delays. Now, let's talk about eligibility, because that's where most of the questions come in. A lot of people ask, do green card holders even need a work permit? And the short answer is no, you don't. Once you have your green card, you already have the legal right to work anywhere in the US without restrictions. But many people watching this video may not have their green card yet, or maybe they're still waiting for it to arrive, or they're applying for renewal. In those cases, having a valid work permit, also known as an employment authorization document, is absolutely crucial. It allows you to work legally while your other paperwork is being processed. Another important thing to understand in 2025 is that the government is tightening verification. Employers are now required to confirm the authenticity of your EAD faster and more accurately, which means your work permit needs to be valid and error-free. This is why staying updated on every change is so important, because one small oversight can affect your employment status. I know it sounds intimidating, but that's exactly why videos like this exist. to help you stay informed and avoid unnecessary mistakes that could slow you down. And here's some good news. There are new categories of eligibility this year that weren't available before. For example, certain humanitarian applicants and long-term visa holders who previously weren't eligible can now apply for temporary work authorization under new 2025 guidelines. This means more people can legally start earning income while they wait for other immigration benefits to process. That's a huge step forward, and it's giving thousands of families some much-needed stability. Now, let's get into the part everyone wants to know: how to apply in 2025 the right way. The process might look similar on the surface, but there are a few new twists this year. First, you'll need to use the updated Form I-765, which has been redesigned to match the new eligibility categories. If you're filing online, make sure you're on the official USCIS website. I know it sounds obvious, but believe me, so many people fall for fake websites that charge unnecessary fees or promise faster approvals. There's no shortcut. The only safe and legal way is through USCIS directly. When you're filling out the form, take your time. Double-check your name, address, and immigration status details. Small mistakes like missing an apartment number or using the wrong eligibility code can delay your approval by months. If you're applying for renewal, make sure to file at least 90 days before your current card expires. That's one of the biggest mistakes people make. They wait until the last minute and then end up losing work authorization for weeks. And here's something new this year. USCIS has introduced optional text and email updates. This might sound small, but it's actually a game changer because it helps you track your application in real time. No more constantly checking your mailbox or wondering if your file got lost somewhere. You'll know exactly when it's received, processed, and approved. Now, I want to touch on something that really matters: confidence. I know applying for anything immigration related can be nerve-wracking. You might feel like you're walking through a maze of confusing paperwork, rules, and deadlines. But here's the truth: you don't have to go through it alone. There are tons of resources, legal aid organizations, and even community centers that offer help with applications for free or at very low cost. Don't let fear or uncertainty stop you from applying. You've already come so far, and getting your work permit approved is just another step towards securing your future here. And if you're someone who's been waiting for months and hasn't heard back yet, don't panic. 2025's system changes are still being rolled out, and some delays are just part of the transition. The key is to stay patient and make sure your information is always up to date. If you move or change jobs, notify USCIS right away. Keeping your file active and current makes it much less likely to get stuck in a backlog. You know, one of the most beautiful things about living in the US is that it's a land of opportunity. But opportunity only opens up when you're legally cleared to work. So your work permit isn't just a document. It's a key. It's what allows you to provide for your family, grow your career, and truly build your American dream. That's why it's worth taking the time to understand every new rule and every little update, because it all adds up to your success story. And hey, if you're still feeling unsure about where to start or how to get your application right the first time, stick around on this channel. I regularly share videos that break down US immigration updates, explain green card news, and walk you through forms and processes step by step. You're not just watching a video here, you're joining a community of people who are all chasing the same dream: stability, opportunity, and a better life. So if this video is helping you feel a bit more confident or less overwhelmed, do me a small favor: tap that like button right now. It's free, it takes 1 second, and it helps this channel reach more hardworking people just like you who need clear, honest, and friendly information about navigating the US immigration system. Every like, every comment, and every subscriber really makes a difference and helps this community grow. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you that even though immigration rules change, one thing never does, and that's your determination. You've already done something incredible by taking the initiative to learn and prepare. Most people just hope things will work out, but you are taking control of your future, and that's something to be proud of. So take what you've learned today, apply it step by step, and move forward with confidence. You've got this. The 2025 work permit updates might seem complicated at first, but once you understand the system, you'll see it's really about making the process more efficient and fair for everyone. All right, my friends, that's all for today's video. I hope this breakdown helped you understand the new rules, eligibility updates, and application process for the USA Work Permit in 2025. If it did, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with anyone who might find it useful, and subscribe so you don't miss any of the latest updates. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, take care of yourself, stay positive, and keep moving forward toward your American dream.